Well, I think he kind of attacked it or approached it as a documentary. That's his background. He's a documentary filmmaker, and he has a very he's got a great eye for what's true and what's false. Um, and as an actor, 'cause I'd seen his documentary, Murderball, and I thought it was brilliant. But this is his first narrative feature, so I couldn't watch his previous films and be like, all right, I get a sense for how he is with actors, or um, so it was all about chemistry. Like I was in New York shooting What Maisie Knew, and Henry happened to live the building next to my hotel, so he would just pop over and we would sit and chat in the lobby and talk about Derek, the relationship, and everything. And I just got really excited about working with him. He's a brilliant man and a very sweet guy. So I just felt like this is a guy I want a creative relationship with, but I also want him as a buddy. You know, he's a really cool guy to be around. Of course, you think about it, and you have to. In playing Derek, I obviously have to make every moment truthful and real, and I got to believe it because if I and it's got to be I got to justify it because if I don't, the audience won't. So even if there are things that are it's murky or I might not have done, I got to get to a place where I understand why he does it, and it's 100% clear why he does it, and there's no other option. No, I mean, I'm not very method when it comes to that. I don't. Um, I like to breathe in between setups and stuff, and it helps actually, especially when you do something like Disconnect or I did a movie called Melancholia 2 years ago. That's about the end of the world, so it's also pretty dark. But those sets were there was so much laughter and it was a playful energy on set because we needed to elevate it somehow and just to make it through it. Obviously, there are moments like the final scene or one of the in the movie. I don't want to reveal too much what happens, but there's a very emotional scene for Derek towards the end. It's a tough day, and of course, you know, it's not like you do a take and when they yell cut, you're like, oh, by the way, have you heard this one? You know, it's exhausting, but and we really had it was an amazing crew, and it was just a vibe on set. People, you know, felt the people were so invested in the project and what we were doing, and very sensitive. So like in a moment like that, for Paula and I and Mick, who plays Schumacher, is actually a friend of mine from Stockholm. We live 2 blocks away from each other in Stockholm. He's in the film, and you know, everyone felt like it was a very intense scene. That those last, or actually 2, 3 scenes towards the end, that people were very. Obviously, it changed a bit the vibe on set then, but it was a wonderful experience.